Yo, what is up guys? It's the Nightwing at Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another video here today. And if you guys are fans of TSM and Bjergsen, this will be some pretty interesting news for you. So after TSM went 0-6 in the 2020 League of Legends World Championship, Bjergsen in the League of Legends 2020 offseason announced that he would be retiring from competitive League of Legends and that he would be TSM's head coach for the 2021 season. Now that the 2021 season for the LCS is over, let's look at the results. If you count lock-in, which you probably shouldn't because no one really counts those tournaments, Team Liquid won lock-in, Cloud9 won the spring split, and 100 Thieves won the summer split. And coming in to 2021, TSM had a rather lackluster roster, but still put up some pretty good results. They pretty much smacked around Cloud9 in the regular season. They took down 100 Thieves and Team Liquid a handful of times. They even finished first place in the 2021 LCS Summer Split, and then in the LCS 2021 Spring Split, they actually finished roughly at, third place. And what's super interesting is that, even during the regular season, a lot of people still said TSM had a ton of issues in their gameplay. Now, I actually personally think they didn't have as many issues as a lot of people actually pointed out, but they did have some pretty massive glaring issues. Now, was that because of Bjergsen's coaching style or the players just not really seeing eye to eye together? We'll never really know. Now, if you fast forward to the LCS 2021 Summer Split playoffs, they are facing Cloud9 for the last spot at the 2021 League of Legends World Championship. As a Cloud9 fan, I'm saying this right now, TSM should have won that series. Cloud9 got away with a fucking heist or some shit. Like, they completely should not have beaten TSM. TSM ended up choking against Cloud9 in the losers match that decides who is going to get that final spot for the League of Legends 2021 World Championship for North America. TSM fail, and then they now finish fourth place. So you have to look at all of those situations and go, okay, something went clearly wrong here, because if you're finishing first in the regular season and you can't even make Worlds, there's got to be a problem here. Then a lot of the TSM fans were really mad that they picked up Sword Art and that they spent a lot of money for him and he wasn't really producing the results for TSM like they wanted. Now, in my own personal opinion, I personally think, most of the TSM players played fine overall. Huni played pretty fine compared to expectations. Spica really improved, became MVP, actually. Power of Evil, I still think, was at least top 3, top 4 mid laner in his role. In the LCS 2021 Spring Split, Power of Evil got robbed, for actually being first in All-Pro, because Perks got it. And I even said in my own past videos, fucking Power of Evil should have got it. Lost was just not good, and Sword Art, he was good to me, because, a lot of the things that people rag on Sword Art for, they let Hylissang get a pass for. I think Sword Art's actually pretty good. That's just my personal opinion. If you think otherwise, then sure, let me know. Now, a lot of people were really just happy that Bjergsen was the team's coach because he had been playing mid lane for quite some time under TSM's banner, and, they had a lot of success with Bjergsen. Like, let's not deny this here. They were really, really successful with Bjergsen, though I do think some of the titles they won with Bjergsen were extreme luck. Doesn't matter, right? They still ended up winning. Now, we have this big new report today that just dropped that Bjergsen reportedly looking to come out of retirement to return to pro play in 2022. This is actually not what I was expecting. I even said in my previous videos and my Cloud9 podcast that I thought Bjergsen was just going to stay retired. He'd been playing League of Legends for a very, very long time. So I thought when he finally did retire, it was pretty much, just like the end of an era right there for Bjergsen. So, let's see what was reported today. Upcomers Tyler Ehrenberger has reported. Good God, I'm butchering that name, and I'm sorry about that. We'll just say this. Upcomers Fion on Fire has reported that Bjergsen is looking for a return to professional play in 2022. Bjergsen retired following the 2020 season and has continued his League of Legends esports career as the head coach of TSM throughout the 2021 season. But with his contract ending on November 16th, it looks like the former mid laner may be looking to come out of retirement. And then they also broke the news right here on Twitter, as you can already see. The report states that Bjergsen will be looking to start for a franchise team in either the League of Legends Championship Series or the League of Legends European Championship. Wow. So the report is stating that Bjergsen is not staying with TSM, or he may potentially, as you guys already know from a report that this is clearly stating, you know, he might test out free agency, which is really crazy because, as you guys already know, Bjergsen's never tested out free agency, from what I can understand, right? Because I've been watching Bjergsen's career since like season 5. Even when I started for watching him, he's only ever been on TSM, you know? I've even said, like, why doesn't he go somewhere else, you know? And try to see if he can have, like, happiness, potentially. I know he was happy being with TSM all these years, right? Because he's been with them for so long. But, like, why not try out somewhere else? You know what I mean? Like, why not try somewhere else out, you know? After starting his career in the LEC, which was, at the time, the 2013 EULCS with Copenhagen Wolves, Bjergsen was signed by TSM as its new starting mid laner, a position he held down for 7 full seasons until his retirement following the conclusion of the 2020 League of Legends World Championship. While it is possible that Bjergsen remains with TSM, even if the reports come out true due to his tenure with the organization as well as his ownership stake, the report states that the mid laner wants to test the market for the first time in his career. Bjergsen was acquired by TSM and had extended his contract with the team throughout his career, but never technically tested free agency like he is reportedly planning to following his contract's expiration on November 16th, 2021. With Bjergsen as head coach, TSM enjoyed back-to-back third place finishes in the 2020 LCS Lock-In, LCS Spring Split, and LCS Midseason Showdown. Yeah, they got back-to-back third place finishes. That's not that bad for a first-time head coach, though, you know? Just saying. But to be fair, TSM has a lot of money, so they did put together a good enough roster where it got him these results too. Like, you know, it'd be hard to say if he could actually have these results with, like, other not-so-good players, though. The only really not good player was, like, Lost. Every other player was pretty much fine on TSM. The team leveled up throughout the summer enough to secure a first-place finish in the regular season, but TSM found itself missing Worlds for only the 3rd time in the organization's 11-year history. A win over Cloud9 in the lower bracket of the LCS Championship would have punched TSM's ticket to Worlds 2021 as NA's 3rd seed, but a narrow elimination 3-2 at the hands of Cloud9 ended TSM's season. So, what's really interesting about this report is a lot of people are going to be like, well, Bjergsen's not signed to TSM anymore, for the average person, because, like, usually when it comes to this type of news, when it comes to, like, the off season, if your, like, team is not attending, like, the World Championship, when it comes to, like, a lot of casual viewers, you know, a lot of people just really don't know where players are going. Like, even earlier this year, when I was talking about certain players in my videos being on certain teams, people were like, wait, he switched? Yeah, like, a lot of casuals really don't actually pay attention to the offseason. It's mostly just people who create content and watch League of Legends, you know, all year around, like people like me do. With Bjergsen, I've always said this, though. You can go back and look at my past videos. I've always asked, like, why does he stay with TSM so long? Why not try and go somewhere else, you know? But this also says he's interested in playing for a franchise team in EU, and he's also playing for a franchise team in NA. Now, the franchise teams in NA are 100 Thieves, Team Liquid, and Cloud9, right? He's not going to play on TSM. Well, depending on whatever roster they put together around him, but it says he wants to test his free agency. So let's just leave TSM out of it, right? So that leaves 100 Thieves, Team Liquid, and Cloud9, right? So Team Liquid hasn't had success with Jensen ever since Double Lift left, right? So there's a good chance Bjergsen goes to Team Liquid. Just saying. Like, but that's the thing, though, is, like, Bjergsen gonna be an upgrade over Jensen? To me, that's like a side grade. I think Jensen's better. That's just my own personal opinion. You can take that however you want. I think Jensen's a better mid laner than Bjergsen. It's proven internationally. I mean, what are you gonna give me? NA championships? Nobody even thinks those are even worth it, right? 100 Thieves have Abadage. There's no reason to get rid of him, actually. He's really good, actually. Perks? there's a legitimate argument you could make it like Bjergsen going to Cloud9, right? Right? Because Perks did not play that good in the LCS 2021 Summer Split. But I think that Perks is a player that where Cloud9 spent all this money on, you know, you want to have a player like Perks for a while. So the only franchise team that I could see him potentially go to in NA is just Cloud9 if they want to get rid of Perks. Because as you guys already know, let's be honest here, Perks and Blabber were just playing really, really bad. Like, I imagine they have a ton of roster issues they haven't really, like, elaborated on publicly, because they're not going to do that, but as a Cloud9 fan myself, when I saw them on stage, when I was watching their games, you could clearly tell they had a lot of issues, and you could tell in their gameplay they had a lot of issues, so that's the only team I could see them going to, which would be the team that I support, which is Cloud9, right? But if you're talking about Europe, and I am also a huge G2 esports fan, they're not going to get Caps because, well, there's a news video where I'll be explaining Caps is still staying on G2. So you don't get G2, right? The other franchise teams in, you know, EU that I would see as viable for Bjergsen would be Rogue, but they have Larson, right? So Larson and Caps are, you don't count them because they already got contracts extended, right? And then you have Mad Lions, but why would they get rid of Humanoid? Like, why would Humanoid leave? Humanoid just won back-to-back titles with Mad Lions, right? Okay, so that leaves Fnatic, and that leaves G2. But as I explained, G2 is not going to be able to get him because they signed Caps, and I think Caps is just better than Bjergsen by far. It's not really close, right? Though this year would leave you thinking otherwise, but let's be honest here, Caps is better than Bjergsen. Fnatic have Niski, and Niski has been pretty good. So, like, that's my thing, is, like, where would he really go? You know? That's my thing. Unless he just stays in NA, and he plays for a completely different team, like someone like Evil Geniuses. Evil Geniuses has been on the up and up, like 100 Thieves was for a little bit. They just need, I think, a player like Bjergsen, and I think Evil Geniuses could be the new home for Bjergsen, you know? Unless, you know, the 2021 offseason is going to be crazy, which most offseasons are crazy, right? Then we could potentially see, you know, other crazy roster shuffles, because, like, let's be honest here, after the 2021 World Championship, you know, teams are going to have contracts expire, and it's going to be pretty much crazy. But this is a really, really interesting piece of news right here, with Bjergsen apparently coming out of retirement and wanting to play for NA or an EU team. That's crazy. But, like, looking at who the organizations have and who they're contracted with, it's like, I don't know where he'd go to. But I think he could do very, very well on Evil Geniuses, replacing Jizuke. I think he could do that, right? But if you are a TSM fan or a Bjergsen fan, let me know in the comment section below. Should he just stay with TSM? Would he be a big enough upgrade over Power of Evil? Because honestly, let's be honest here, Power of Evil wasn't that bad. He played really well. He actually stepped into Bjergsen's shoes quite well, actually, you know? That's just my personal opinion. I like Power of Evil. I think he's a good player, in my own personal opinion. But I want to let you guys know that more League of Legends off-season news will always happen in any off-season, though. I know there hasn't been, like, content coming up, but there will be a Cloud9 podcast this week, hopefully, when I can gather enough news, actually. But I would like to break the news for you in video form and then talk about the news, obviously, in podcast form, because I want to give you guys enough content as I can. And then, as you guys already know, pretty much September is the only month without League of Legends anything related. It's just pretty much teams are preparing for the World Championship, scrimming, landing in the place of the World Championship, and then that's pretty much it. We're waiting until October for the World Championship to begin. That's in any off-season. That's just how this works, right? Just letting you know if you're new. So I just wanted to apologize for not having content out. As you guys already know, I have a main YouTube channel where I pretty much spend a good amount of my time on. If you want to subscribe to my main YouTube channel, the link will be in the description box below. I stream there. I put videos up there every single day. Here is different because if there's nothing to really talk about nor post about, there's no reason to post any videos. But there's other League of Legends news right now that I want to post to you guys. I'm going to post those as solo videos, and then I will try to have a Cloud9 podcast for this week coming up if there's enough big news to talk about, you know. But that's pretty much it. I will see you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe, most of all, enjoy. I am the Nightwing and Way of Life Esports. It's signing out, guys. Peace. Have a good day. See you guys later. Deuces. We're out this thing, man. Peace. Oh, shit. Bjergsen's coming back, baby. But Jensen's still better. Alright, guys. Peace.